Hello, chat. I hope you're all well. I hope you're also all in bed like you should be. But I'm doing something... I want to say schizo, but it realistically isn't. So I've been wanting to make a Witchcrafter timeline of their lore. The problem is there's a lot to go through. But obviously we have to start with like the number one. We have to start with just the very beginning, which is Zoroa dies. We have to start from the beginning. You can add lore to an event? Wow. Is there a... Let's just assume that everything happens at like midnight. Even though that's probably not the reality of it. I should probably also... probably, you know, add the second part of this that is also important. Because, like, the problem is I don't remember I don't remember the exact lore with Endymion. Like, did he kill his did he kill his father, or did he... or did he like just take over the throne and was already king? Yeah, that's all that. There we go. Honestly, I might have to like put this into something else. Like I might have to... Okay, yeah, he kills some kids over his dead mother's necklace. But this is Zoroa, not Endymion. Reliona gets rock. Do. Yeah, this is where Reliona learns about teleportation. That's where Varum is. Is it here? Yeah, there was an assassin sent after Endymion. Uh-huh. Where does Endymion talk about his family situation? Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. No, he gave it to his brother. Never mind. Okay. Okay, so we want like a 6-month update. Alright, let's go to the final chapter of season 1. What does he say he's gonna do after? Yeah. That's that. Okay. Alright, so he doesn't specifically go to, like, take over. So this can probably be, like... Oh, do I have to individually set... Ew, that's disgusting. Also, this is wrong. This is meant to be 6 months later, not a year and a half later. Update event. Is that just one with, like, date and time? Just day. Yeah, that works. Is there a way for me to, like, change how big these are? Doesn't really matter, I guess, but... let me bring up my notes on this as well. Yeah, because it goes in the spellbooks and prophecy. This is gonna be January. Research. This man would have done like a year of research and is like, oh, I should probably write all this shit down, huh? Let us go back. Because it would only take him like a month or two. Does he co-rule or does he usurp the throne immediately? I think he he doesn't usurp it immediately. He gets a bit power hungry. There we go. And then it takes about 6 months for Leona to settle Pentamalone. And then where are we at? We're like in June or something. Wait, is that even right? When's this? Is this the beginning of year 2? Okay, it is the beginning of year 2. So I can probably push this a little bit earlier to like May or something. Because it wouldn't have taken him long. I do need all of the enemy on cards up. Arcvy. Oh, these are just all the support cards that randomly work with it. Give me on. That's the wrong thing. Servant, Magister, Reflection, and Mighty Master, which is Endymion himself. Reflections. I would assume that reflection is like Artemis. Magister, I think, is like that one random guy. Servant is Jenny. Enigma. Alright, let's check this, because this probably has some, yeah, Crusader, which is a Gemini for whatever reason. Why is this thing a Gemini? Why is Crusader a Gemini? Magistus, Magistus Mastery, the Master Magician, Mighty Master of Magic, Magister, Rogue, yeah. And Servant. Okay, he doesn't have, like, all that many things. What is Magister? What's that guy's name? He'd be in chapter 1 of season 2. Because it wouldn't be Rogue. Rogue is just not it. Yeah. Also, I spelled them alone wrong. Yeah, okay, he doesn't kill him, there's a civil war too. Shavan, that's the one. We need to change this. There we go. Okay, is there anything else that... we can give us like a couple of years. We can give us like 7. Yeah, 4 years would be enough, I would think. And we can do it in like September. I don't know why it's like down there, but whatever. We can make the Civil War last like 10 years or so. Yeah, make it last like 20 plus years or something like that. February. What does this say? Yeah, that's that. That's that. Yeah, I think that's fine. There we go. Hi Fantasy, how you doing? We are currently just schizo. Wait, what? Why is my eyes like that? Hang on. There we go. You good? That's good. I am currently schizo posting on card game lore. That just doesn't exist. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Alright, when did Reliona... She created 6 months in... So we want... Happy I'm doing good? Thank you. So let's chuck this back to like... Probably needs like 10 years after. Honestly, maybe even 5. So I should go like to like... Yeah, let's just do it to year 5 or something like that. This is where Amber passes away. So this will be like... Probably just like 1 year. So what did I say? I said like year 5? January as well. Where's my... Is it roleplay for a game? No. So, how do I explain this? So, I assume you know Yu-Gi-Oh! There are cards in it. And basically there is lore attached to those cards. So, once a month I translate a manga that, like, you know, is based on all of those cards. And currently, because the, like, lore for those cards is, like, outdated, like, the last entry on it is, like, from 5 years ago. And it's also just wrong with the information that we have. I am currently trying to construct a timeline that makes some sort of logical sense. Where... Did I not create that? Okay, yeah, I probably didn't. You understand? Beautiful. That's like January. $306, that doesn't seem right. Like, this would have been like... probably October. And then like 3 months later, 3-4 months later. Okay, and then like another 3 months after that. So where are we at? It's January, so like in April. We'd probably do it. We can do it like May. Hydrate or dehydrate? Thank you, Cap. Ooh. Big gulp of water. Yeah, you're sick. How do I spell this? How do I spell Walpurgisnacht? I think it's like that. I think that's how you spell it. Gonna lurk and work? All good, brother. Enjoy work if you can. Yeah, okay, it is Walpurgisnacht. We can say passing. We can do this. And just do peacefully because it is very peaceful. The way it happens. Aww. Okay, so Civil Wars happened in like year 21 or something like that. Let's do like year 14 in December, I guess. Okay. How many spellbooks are there? There's like a few. Servant, Mid-Justice. Spellbook. God. So there's what? Yeah, okay, that's that. So we can add that as one. Where's close there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there's 12 books. So this would have taken him until like probably like 18 years. Because they burn up if you put too much magic in them. This will probably be like... Yeah, this can be a January event. You're working and lurking as well? Enjoy work. Enjoy work. Trying, yeah, no, that's fair. Cause it is just... Yeah. Prophecy. Imagine working and lurking. Yeah, that could never be me. This probably isn't too long after he finishes Spellbook. So it's gonna be in like November. Yeah, it's almost pretty much exactly the same. No such thing as an L viewer. No such thing as an L viewer. I do need to... whatever, I think the A is accepted spelling by now. I think it's accepted spelling. I feel like this needs to be moved forward. Like, May feels too late. Like, I feel like it should be April. I really feel like it should be April. Actually, should it be in March even? Probably should be February. Yeah, I'll just say Commerce Guild. There we go. Enemy wins the Civil War. Yeah, so, Enemy needs to get married at some point in here too. Um. So this will probably be like March, so this will be like 6 months, so like September. This needs to be 21. There we go. All right. So this would probably take like probably a couple years, so probably like 2-3 years. Yeah, so like 2.5 years afterwards. Is there a... Years and errors. Yeah, okay, so let's just manually do this because it's silly. Honestly, I could probably just even do month. And just, like, not bother with the day. Month. And just a month. I wish there was a way to do this just, like, full stop, but... Month. Just a month as well. No month. Just so I don't have to think of a day. Okay, good. How old would Leona be by this point? Like, almost 40. She would be almost 40. Where is... What would it be under? I think it was like chapter 5? I think it was chapter 5-ish that we figured out when Leona went schizo for her age, and no, it looks like it's chapter 6. Yeah, Phantom Alone. Okay, no, it is chapter 5. Never mind. Like, this I don't know, this feels like she'd do this when she's 40. Because she notices a single wrinkle. So what are we up to? We're up to 25, so assuming you have no idea what's going on, but might be a background noise while you work. That is fine. I'm just schizo posting is effectively what I'm doing. I feel like this should be like 40, because she'd probably start showing signs of aging at wrinkles and stuff. Okay, there we go. That's still in May, so I probably want to do this in like... Yeah, let's do August. Let's do August. Okay. Let's throw Andy getting married in here somewhere. Hi Taylor, how you doing? Let's throw Enemy on getting married in here somewhere. So let's do like 33, I guess. What are we doing? We're schizo posting. So if you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, you probably don't know that there's lore attached to all of the cards. For my favorite archetype, which is Witchcrafters, there is a whole bunch of card lore that is outdated by about 5 years and is also wrong in the first place. And so we're basically just making a timeline for the fun of it. Enemy on Mary is... Celine. Yeah, and then let me also just change the month, because this would be like spring, which would be like April. Probably be peak, yeah. Half of this is just made up. I will be very clear on that, but half of this is just made up, but that's fine. Okay. Alright, let's do... the Grand Spellbook Tower. When does he and Blue Boy, when do they Probably like... This seems like a 26 year thing, and then we can just have it start in the June. Let me just make sure. We're trying Spellwork, gains an apprentice. Yeah, good. Everything's in order. There we go. Let's just call it the Maison. Yeah. The other problem is that I need to get the prophecy monsters in here somehow. Gear. Okay, there they are. So what do we got? Okay, so these are all the original prophecy monsters. Amoris. I need, like, a better list. I need a better list. Here we go. Why is Ancient Sorcerer considered a a prophecy monster? I mean, I know why, it's Muddle, but anyway. Wait, Apprentice Illusion Magician is considered a prophecy monster? There's no way. Magic, yeah, that's fine. This gun. Yeah, no, this doesn't make sense to be a prophecy monster. Hang on, I need to write down. Amorous. Charioteer. Not the DD monsters. Dark Cavalry, I don't think so. Dark Magician's Paladin, Daybreaker, Defender, Emperor. What's the art look like? That could pass for someone. Because the thing is that these are all named after, like, tarot cards. So, like, he may not be, like, the actual Emperor, if that makes sense. Emperor, Empress. Bull. Hermit. High Priestess. Justice. What else is there? Master of Chaos. Prophecy Destroyer. There's no way this is a prophecy. Alright. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's definitely not a prophecy monster. Wait, it is. It actually is. I am actually really curious. What's Omega's summon condition? Invoked Omega, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Invoked Magistus Omega. Okay, what's the... Alistair plus an extra deck. I am so sad this isn't a extra deck monster. That's so sad. Because that would be really funny if it was. Reaper of Prophecy as well? Yeah, it is definitely spellbook related. Prophecy. I mean, they're both like dark spellcasters, so you could just fuse them into a mud dragon. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. What else is here? Latin Brown, Sorceress Sebek, I don't think. Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, yeah. Keep going. Oh my god, there are so many Prophecy monsters. Strength. Stoic. What else? Temperance. Wheel? And then Weld. What are these? Well, Wheel of... Yeah, okay, that's fair. Wheel of Prophecy. And then World of Prophecy. Prophecy. Yeah. I think that's all of them. Target 2 spellbook cards, target. Destroy all other cards on the field. That feels right. Dude, I'm so sad that Invoked Omega is not... It requires an extra deck monster, because that'd be so funny. Let's just create the event and then we can fix it later. What is construction finish? Okay, yeah, no, 41. 26, that's 15 odd years, which is pretty reasonable. That's reasonable for what it is. Okay, edit event. Let's move this back to like November. Move it forward to November. Okay. Let's just do like construction of Lamation as Finite. And then we... do it like course of 6 months maybe? How else have I spelled profit correctly? You have to go, but you follow till you'll be back. All good. Enjoy whatever you have to do. Whether it be sleep, work, whatever. Enjoy. What do I want to do? Thank you. That's okay. You're welcome. What do I even want to call these? Prophecy Brigade? Like, what do I call these? Because they're all like... Do I want to... It's not a brigade. It's like, what do I call these? Magical experiments alongside Crowley and Blue Boy. I was calling Blue Boy. Because that's about 6 months later. All the pupils happen after, in my head canon. All the pupils happen afterwards. Let's go to like... How long would this take? Because what I'm thinking is that Alistair goes nuts around like year 70. Like, my thought is he just goes nuts like year 70-ish. And so... So we'd probably be looking at like, because we're currently at 42, so like 7 years later, 8 years later. Yeah, let's do like 7 years later. Okay, so what happens after Andy marries Artemis? Like, we've jumped ahead 16 odd years. We've jumped ahead 16 odd years. Well, actually, no, this is probably about perfect. This is actually probably about perfect. Okay, so... economic growth. Yeah, we'll do May. We'll do... there. How do I spell realizing like that? I was supposed to spell everything correctly. There we go. Alright, Zero's killed. So it wouldn't take long because Crowley's like super curious. Like 1 year. Prophecy, there we go. Yeah, I feel like this is a very Crowley thing to do. Like, this would not take long to happen. Yeah, like 3 months. Actually, not even that. Yeah, no, it would take 2 months of them just talking to him. 100%. go. So like after, let's say like this goes till like 69 AD or 69, year 69. Becomes a Leicester. What's this thing called? Invoked Magistus Omega. And then this can happen like October. It doesn't really matter that much. Change all these to months because I forgot to do that as I went. Okay. So where is it? It's like year 50. So 19 years of doing Invoke. He finally snaps and becomes a Leicester. Probably like 5 years into this, Endymion notices. Yeah, it's gonna stay as January. What is this thing called? It's called the Mythical Beast Laboratory, or Mythical Laboratory? Laboratory. You. Oh, Mythical Institution. My bad. Okay, and then back at the end of year 55, construction's finished. Institution. And research. Begins. Yeah, they're called Mythical Beasts. Good. Begins. Yeah, that's fine. Stretch? Oh, thank you. Let me do that. You got the shit. Oh. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Oh, I definitely pulled something into place. Jeez. Alright, other side. I needed a short break after that one. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Whew. That felt good. Oh. Oh, I don't feel blood flowing again, but I definitely feel like muscles being stretched after that one. Okay, so what do we... Yeah, it's just mythical institution. Do I want this to be... No, because they just summoned it, like, they didn't summon, but they effectively just, like, gained a golem. What happens next? So, Crowley's lost himself. They're, like, pretty much immediately on it. October. And let's just do, like, the end of October. Heavy casualties. I'd say it's casualties, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just do, like, the next day. Honestly, let's just do the next day. Yeah, 7 hours later seems good. There we go, because we know that Vera was there. But she was really owner at the time. She was really owner at the time. Is the problem. Like, we know she was really owner. So... yeah, this would be like... year 70 or something. Oh, excuse me. Let's do like year 72. Construction. Where is 7? Here. Yeah. Because that's like 72 years after the events of the Megistus. Like, most people who would know Ray Leona would be like dead or dying. Or just like wouldn't remember the name. That feels more correct. So 75. And then this can happen in like May. There we go. We can do like... I feel like Schmieda would be close. So let's take this down 1. Let's do like... Okay, it's already May 30th. Wait, is it? Hang on. How do you spell Schmieda? Like that. And then, yeah, this should be like the end of May. 29 days later. I want this to be like 15 days later. Actually, probably even just like a week. Probably just even like a week later. Yeah, 5 days later. That's enough time for rumor to spread. We can write this better. Yeah, construction. This needs to be really Leona, not Madame Ver. Do. And then we want like another week later, so like there. Escaping. Yeah, so like 10 days travel. But that's also by like part or whatever. We could actually probably push this back a bit. Like, we could push it back to like the 29th or something. And that's almost a month. Like, routes would have been optimized after Endymion did his travel. So they could probably cut off a fair bit. Oh. Yeah. I don't think really only Ver gets involved with this. So this would be after like a month. This is year 75, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Like a week, they find him and just... Actually, honestly, a week even feels too generous. Like, this should be like... a day or two. Yeah, 2 days later, that feels much more Endymion coded. That feels much more Endymion coded. When was that? That was a couple years, like 4 or 5 years before. Killed him in June, so like August. This would take to reach her. Yeah, it's like a month and a half, 2 months later. That's good. And then, what, like a month later? Well, hang on, how much later is this? Where does, yeah, that's not long. And Shimeda's only like 12 at best. So we want to go to like 81. And then when is Walpurgisnacht? That's like February, right? I think I had it in February. That needs to be a bit later. '83. Update event. There we go. 7 years later. Does that make Shmeta like 19? Like 18, 19? Because then we want... Shmeta. So this needs to be like a month later. Oh, hang on. That's wrong. That should be 83. Update event. There we go. A little over a month later. I just remembered there's a scene in the manga that I translated that they just talk about Madame Ver ripping ass in the bathtub. And I'm just wondering if we make that a canon event that like has its own note. That would be really funny. Okay, let's just jump forward to like 1:15. And we'll do it like, because it's during Walpurgisnacht, so it'll be 6 months from February, so January, December, November, October, September. It'll be September. 1:14. Yeah. And then we can probably do like December or something. Yes, I did count 6 months backwards. I did in fact count 6 months backwards. There we go, that's 3 months later. Crazy work. Hey man, I'm dedicated to the timeline. What do you want? What do you want? I feel like I've gotten my years wrong, but I can figure that out. So what are we in? We're in February pretty much. So we want January. Yeah, sure, like, let's just do 3rd of January. And then what's this? This is, Sakura. How do I spell words, man? Because this happens like within a couple days of Walpurgisnacht, so it's like January 30th even. Let's put in Regulus's birth. This is just a little joke. Chris Thorndike of Endymion. Because he sure is that. This happened in 100. This happened year 100. And then like... six months approximately after he was born, I think. So like... he's born in April. 100, and then this will be October. Chris Thorndike of Endymion, God bless. I don't know, because magic's weird in this universe, man. Magic is just weird. Because the problem is I need Schmidt to be like 18, 19. But by the time we get to like the events of here, then she's already like 45. She's already like 45. Yeah, I don't know, something here just seems wrong. Yeah, they're chosen. And then, like... How do I want to do... Because Jenny is still there when Confusion Confession happens. And then we want like 1 month before this. So what's this? This is January. So yeah, we definitely want to do like 23rd of December or some nonsense like that. Well, no, she joins 1 month before Walpurgisnacht, so she would join in January. Like halfway through January, probably. Yeah, she would probably join like halfway through January. And then what else would happen? Because I feel like that just feels like so much in so little time, but with how the manga goes, that shit all happens within a week. That shit all happens within a week. Also, hi, what Dave, how you doing? 100% this is correct. It's just this part I'm not happy with. I don't know, would it take them 30 years to make a roof? Probably not, right? Like, the problem is when Alistair gets free, and then when he meets Schmidt. I mean, that's what, 83, so he could go to like 92, probably, 97. We could have it be like a couple years before Regulus gets born. So do like 98. Have it be like August. Well, no, I'd want it to be Walpurgisnacht again, so 99. And then February. Yeah, I think that's about right. That feels about right. I'm just gonna come up with the excuse magic is bullshit. Magic is bullshit. I don't know, this just... like, it seems right in my head. But the timeline... somewhere on the timeline it just feels wrong. I don't know where. Boss? Yes, boss. You have funny story? What is your funny story? Killed any amount of times back. Keep track of his research, yeah. You made a streamer and his friend in a gambling duel? That's how we like to do it. We gamble. Dude, Mark has been around for ages. Holy. 2 W's? Oh yeah. Big W's. Okay, let me... let's do like 101. Because Endymion does not feel stable at this time. When would Artemis... what would be her birthday like? Dash Jaw! Oh, you're cruel. You're so cruel. It definitely feels like a thing. Is it called Reflection of Endymion? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's called Empress of Endymion in... okay. Both had Field Dungeon Dice, or Dice Dungeon. Had that 6 to change the Dice Assault. Oh no. Oh no, E. Yeah, because Reflection looks like Celine, so... you pulled some Joey magic? Yeah, no, you definitely did. You definitely did. Okay. Dude, I just don't know about this Leicester part, man. I just don't know about it because, like, the year feels right, but the time frame of it doesn't. Because, like, by this point, Schmidt is, like, 45 or something ridiculous. Which just doesn't feel right. After a vision from Ninaru. Seven odd years. Yep, they're chosen. Reveal their masterpiece, Terracotta. Celine gives back the regulars to Chris Thorndyke of Endymion. As he does. Celine goes back after like 6 months. Marries Artemis, who is probably, and that's year 33. Does no, because Artemis is like always with Endymion, right? I feel like she's always with Endymion. Yeah, I am spelling Shmeta right. Good job, me. And this is where Regulus gets called out on his misogyny. Yep. The hell is happening here? So you know how I translate manga like once a month? Yeah, the lore for this entire archetype is outdated by like 5 years, and also wrong in the first place. So I'm just currently trying to make a timeline that somewhat works with what we know. Yep, that's what we're doing. D&D Lorekeeper, yeah, pretty much. I'm just got like a D&D like timeline maker website and I'm just throwing shit together. God, I don't know, the timeline just gets fucky when Alistair happens. That's like 75, which was like 5 years after that happens. He kills a low star. Rumor finally reaches Bear like a month later. Takes them like 7 years to prep Aruru, which I feel like is correct. I feel like that's correct. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else that I'm missing here? Like, is there anything that I'm missing? From 2003 didn't get nerfed in the future? Oh, yeah. 100%. Any force users are dead, yeah, pretty much. Let me read through this. Those killed. Yeah, 2003 Grievous was nightmare material. Like Witchcrafter Guild. Happened in year 5. Pretty much 6 months later, or 3 months later, Ember dies. And an Ada will create while Tiger Snuck. Decided his enemies are trash, yeah. Also the Commerce Guild, yeah. Probably spent it done writing spellbooks. Spellbook prophecy. Yeah. 2 years after Jenny joins Endymion, she creates a spellstone. Yeah, Autumn. Come to the nation, settle in to do their own magical experiments. Dark Crowley and Blue Boy. Yes. They made up regarding him. Yup. And shot at point blank. Yeah. Unfortunately, Obi-Wan Kenobi is a dick to Sith. Decides to try merging with Invocation of Otherworld. He likes it. Nemion's a superpower. Servant meets Reliona. How old would that make Jenny? Assuming that she's like 21. That'd make her like 71? Dude, this timeline's fucked. How did 115 years worth of content just happen, bro? How did it just happen? Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh timeline, yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Here comes the list of the Invoker. So let me duplicate this. Let me edit the timing of it. Let's make this like just like 1 hour later. Because Crowley does not need long. Crowley does not need long. Gigo timeline was funny. It was more fun. Hang on, let me change this to Elisa. Prophecy monsters. Not Magister, not you? What? Not Reflection, not Servant, not Magister. Alright, let's just do a regular. Thought Crowley was Alistair? Yeah, he is. He is. Where is... Yes, that's my card name. Where's the name? Oh, it's there. Invert Magistus Omega. Yeah, here we go. Update. Yeah, so like year 69. Nice. Like Crowley's been experimenting with like merging with his invocations for 13 odd years. Oh, 19 odd years, sorry. Yeah, so after like 20 or so years, Crowley just like finally loses it and he becomes Alistair. And then in a rampage as Omega, he kills Prophecy and Subbook of Prophecy. And then Rilliona goes to see him, Endymion can't be bothered. And then Rilliona decides, yeah, okay, it's time I just become some regular guildmaster. But then Alistair escapes, oh no-y. Prep and make a summon link to Alistair followed by a spellbook link to? Yeah. The problem is I just don't like this part of it. Like, this part makes sense, but the time doesn't. Trying to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Lord Sidelines, like trying to do a Rubik's Cube while being blind, yeah. Pretty much. Like, I like this part of it. I don't know about the timing of it. Because, like, in the anime, you saw, like, Alistair, like, defeat some random dude who's like taken over a village using spellbooks, and like you see a red-haired girl that's like having a coughing fit constantly. Everyone's hunch is that Schmitter. Everyone's hunch is that is Joshua Schmitter. But the problem is that you saw Alistair being butt-booty naked. Yeah, we all saw that too. That one was not on the bingo card, I can promise you. But the problem is that girl in that anime is probably like 11, maybe 12 years old. And by the time, and like, rough estimate, Schmitter is probably like 19, maybe 20. And this timeline, it makes her like 45. Yeah, she looks young. Like, she looks double digits, but she still looks young. But the problem is like, so this particular panel, like these panels, this is all at like 1:15, which is down here, which is about, when was it? When did we say 75? So, that automatic. So, like, she's 10 here. Plus, like, what's 20? That's 40. Yeah, so that makes her like 50. This here is a 50-year-old woman, according to this timeline. But then again, this is 140 odd. Like, Vera's like 140 odd years old. Anime rules, yeah, pretty much. And like, Adel and Hane are like, how old did I say they were? They joined the Witchcrafters at year 6, so 6 years after Zoroa died. Or 5 years. Yeah, they joined like about 5-6 years after the after the thing. So that would make them like, assuming that they're 18 when they join, they would be like 130. Which, I mean, probably isn't half wrong, but it's probably not half wrong, but yeah. The fuck? Yeah. Because my hunch is that Adel and Hane were like the first Witchcrafters alongside Reliona. That's my hunch, is that they were like the first. And then like Seed is like the most recent. Yeah, because that is just like my hunch. Dude, anime timelines get fucky real quick. Because like, I do not think the Witchcrafter Guild was made within the past 25 years. Like, that is an option. I don't think it's correct. Because, like, pretty much all of them know that Ver is Reliona. Like, it's like a trade secret. Birthday candles be working overtime? Yeah. Oh, look, by the time they hit, like, 30, 100%, they're just using, like, the number candles. There's no shot they're not. Also, it's kind of crazy that it took Endymion and Artemis, like, 70 plus years to bang and get out Regulus. Because they married in year 33, Regulus is born year 100. Yeah, I don't know, they were like, happy birthday, blah blah blah, also ran out of paper, yeah. Well, that's, hang on, does it say that he's the only son? Is it ever mentioned anywhere that Regulus is the only son? I don't think it is, but it's also, like, implied. So maybe we move Artemis getting married up. Like, maybe we move this up to, like, 95 or something. 98 even. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. The timeline is just wild. The timeline is just really silly. I'll save that JSON. Dude, I just realized, why is Seed so fucking angry here? Why is she so angry? Why? She's like so pissed that Regulus is like having a good time. I'm trying to do a Yu-Gi-Oh timeline, I'll sing a different tune. Yeah, 100%. Yu-Gi-Oh is a lawyer game through and through. She got a bust reduction by Lord Konami. She hasn't even been released in OCG, my guy, let alone TCG. I don't know, this feels semi-weird. It feels semi-weird, but that might also be because I started from year 0. Because I'm basing, like, the beginning of all this from when Zoroa dies. But at the same time, all the events of the Megistus just, like, happen within a week. And I'm not even kidding, that is canon. That shit all happens within a week. And, like, the current manga, I'm pretty sure all that shit happens within a week, too. So, like, timelines are just screwy, man. And also, we don't have, like... We don't have... Aleister as a child? I mean, according to this, he's like 90 years old when he loses his mind. When he loses his marbles, he's about 90, according to this. And like, Alistair does just look like 30 years old. But the problem is like, Reliona didn't change at all. And Nimion did, but like, he looks almost exactly the same. Crowley is the one who went major change. Yeah, I don't know, dude. This timeline doesn't make sense. Like, we know for a fact that Regulus is born at 100 years after Zoroa. We know that for a fact. I am too smooth for it. Look, that's why you never DM, alright? That's why you never DM. And we also know, like, we know this general part of the timeline that's like 100 years afterwards. Like, we know this for a fact. It's everything else before that that's the problem. Because they give us fucking nothing. They give us nothing to work off of. Yeah, that's all that. So, like, Celine giving back the Regulus, from here, we know it 100%. But everything before that is the mystery. But I think this is probably, like, the closest we're getting without more information. Like, I do think this is the closest we're getting. Let me save that. Okay, how do I... okay, I see. Write and connect lore pin locations on maps, plan with a whiteboard. Collaborate and publish. Oh, thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. I appreciate. Oh, that's some good water. Let's have another stretch. Yeah. Oh, there's the side. The other side. Oh. Oh, yeah. Whew. Oh, that's a good stretchy. Alright, if I click view, what does this do? What's gone? Oh, that's that. Yeah, no, we want this. Yeah, no, that just creates an event. And that just changes the view. Okay. Opacity. I should probably color code this. So we'll do... This is like red. We'll keep Crowley as blue just because that's his color. We'll make Reliana white, and then we'll make Endymion... I don't know. We'll make Endymion something. Because he's like... Yeah, we can make him like that color, like a dark black or something. There we go. Reliana's the white-ish color. Yeah, that one. White. Oh, right, I forgot you can actually do images with this thing. So actually, we can just say, fuck all that. We can say stuffed color coding, we can take pictures. Yeah, Amber. Gonna dunk my head into things that do not need timeline knowledge. Alright, good luck. Good luck. I should actually probably put all this in a folder. We can delete that JSON because I'm not gonna need it after we update. How is this gonna even work? Let me just save this. I have to count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay, so it's like 30 something. I don't know, this just feels like the wrong size. Like this is fine, I'll just do this. Move it into the correct folder. Alright, where is Celine Leaves? Image, choose. Fill. Okay, yeah, so that doesn't really work all that well. Because you want this to be at size. Yes, replace that, because then we want to image style, edge change to that. Update. Where is Almighty Chris Thorndike? I could look at just chapter 1. Do that. I need... Oh, you can pick icons and stuff? That's cute. Alright, image, choose image. That one. Okie dokie. Is it here that we... Yeah, okay, there we go. Do that. All right, that's that. Where is... That's Rogue. All right. There's an event here that I entirely forgot. Like 105. Who does he try to invade? Oh, okay, yeah, he tried to invade Elimination. Alright, so we need to grab this. There we go. I need to add pictures. There we go. What happens if I just like save it as a tile? It doesn't change anything, but whatever. Okay, so what chapter is this? This is chapter 1, part 2. So if I jump to part 2... yeah. Also, there's lore up here that I missed as well. 15. Uh, 20. That's close. But it needs to be a bit earlier. Yeah, so like Endymion basically gets the rebellion happening and then brings on Seventh and Rogue. All right, let us do that. Add image. Add that one. Okay, where does this all happen? That's there. Where does C join? Yep. Where is the part where it mentions that? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's do... I could have sworn that shit, like, there was somewhere where it said, like, she's only been around for, like, a month, but... that's wrong, because I need to edit pictures. Did I save this? Probably not, right? Oh. Okay. Save this. We need to edit image. There we go. Because he misses Selena. Do I still have... No, I don't have reflection up. Reflection of Endy. Is there anywhere I can just view the card art proper? Images. Yeah, here we go. That's like good enough. Save as. Is there better card art anywhere by chance? Surely there's better just like full page card art somewhere, right? So Celine. Has no one really upscaled this? Your reflection card? No. It is none of those. I might just have to use this. Oh, here we go. No, not quite. That's probably a little bit better. Whatever. Okay, well, let's get Witchcrafter pupils happening. I will need the unveiling art soon. Is there anywhere where I can just get the full card art? Okay. Let me put in card art because it'll probably help me. Just oh so slightly. Down into a pugger snacked. Yeah, it's just not card art at the moment. It's just not card art. really available. Yeah, because that's all that, but like there isn't anything for pupils, which is unfortunate. Mildly unfortunate, but it does happen. I mean, I guess I could just try and save the card art. Should be that one. Yep. Good enough. Let us go to yeah, well, Pergasnacht, this is where we go here, and that should be this one. Yeah. Marker, do I have marker art? I don't think I do, right? I also need to do something, a celebration. Probably. I probably need to do something, a celebration. Yeah. Yeah, this can probably just be where we put celebration. Do I have masterpiece? Probably not, right? Witchcrafter masterpiece. Let me save that. Okay, that's all that. I actually need to bring up the the anime so I could do screenshots of that too. I do actually have to take screenshots from this as well. There we go. All right, save that. Yep. Alistair Nakey. Let's... Yeah. Do that. Where is chapter 5, I think it was. Yeah, okay, here we go. Chapter 5 for this. Where is... Here we go. Do that. This. Wait, that's not right. Did I not save this? No, I didn't. Okay. That's why. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I think. All right, let me save this. There we go. Okay, yeah, I don't think I need that, but it's okay. Yeah. Alright, we can at least grab... ...2 weeks ago for the Alistair anime. God, that does not feel like 2 weeks ago. It does not feel like that was 2 weeks ago, man. Not in the slightest. At all. Let me jump back here. Let me grab this. Save that. I don't want to edit the event, I want to edit the pictures. Yeah, that one. Let me jump back in the anime real quick. Because he, like, Alesta specifically mentions, like, if you put too much power into them, it becomes a problem. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Against the Apprentice. Where was that little panel that I had? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Well, like, partially done, but we're like partially done. I probably want to like recolor the rest of these just because I don't have pictures for them yet. Endermion is black. And then Crowley is blue. Yeah, Crowley can stay blue. You're going to black. Becomes black. This, I will say, is Witchcrafter coded because it's about Jenny, not anything else. This is black. Blue, blue. I'll say that this is... we can change this to red, actually. Yeah. Alistair Days. You need to be black. And then Chris Thorndike of Endymion is born. Okay. It's a start, at least. We've at least made a start on this absolute nightmare. Let me save a copy of that. There we go. Alright, well that's a good start, chat, like I said. I hope you've all had fun like I have, because this has been, like, actually really fun. But I will hop off for the night. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. You all have a good night. Bye-bye.